Hello, everyone. Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. It's time for Tarot-Scopes. This will be the Tarot-Scopes for the sign of Aries for the month of May 2023. That's Aries Sun, Aries Moon, and Aries Rising. Before we get to the actual read, I'm going to look a little bit at the astrology. If you want a more broad and deeper view of the astrology of the coming month, you can check out my Astrology and Kabbalah of May 2023, which will come out shortly after this video comes out, so you can keep your eyes peeled for that. So there's a lot of things happening this month. It's been a very active year so far. Some months have been extraordinarily active, and this is going to be one of those months. There's a lot of shifts and changes happening this month. The first thing that happens is that Pluto stations retrograde. It stations retrograde on the first day of the month. At the middle of the month, on the 14th, Mercury goes direct. It starts the month retrograde in Taurus. It ends the month going direct in Taurus. Does not get out of its shadow until June. So things won't necessarily completely clear up. That Taurus is your second house of resources and the like. But by the end of the month, things should start looking up in that respect. You should be able to fill your coffers up a little bit more. Pluto in Aquarius, of course, stimulates that 11th house of groups, meeting new people, making new connections, new networks, and the power of the people and the power of the voice of the people. Something we're going to get very, very familiar with as Pluto moves through Aquarius for 20 years. We do have three sign changes. Sorry, I can speak. We have Venus change signs on the 7th. She moves into Cancer. She's been in Gemini. She doesn't mind being in Gemini so much, but she does like Cancer. Venus in Cancer is much more sentimental, and so we have Venus moving through your house, your fourth house of home. This is a good time to do a project in your home, or redecorate, or maybe finish a bedroom that you're trying to paint and fix. I'm talking to my husband who's an Aries. Anyway, so there's that with Venus moving into Venus is an aesthetic planet, and so when it moves through a house, it brings beauty into the house, and so that is something that you'll find yourself attracted to and probably also doing. We also have Mars move into Leo. It has been in Cancer, so there's been a little bit of challenges in your home, people being crabby or a little more passive aggressive than you would like. It is your ruling planet, Mars. It doesn't like being in Cancer all that much, but it does move into Leo, and that happens on the 20th. And Mars likes being in Leo, and it's your house of creative self-expression. However, as soon as it moves into Leo, it opposes Pluto, and it squares Jupiter, because Jupiter, just a few days before, on the 16th, moved into Taurus. And so Jupiter in Taurus is good for your money, but it also is squaring that Mars as Mars opposes that Pluto. So there's a lot of tension. And of course, we can't forget that the nodes of the moon are associated with this whole configuration. So we have a grand cross in the sky in the middle of May, and that is after we have the full moon eclipse on the 5th of May, which I didn't mention yet, but we have a full moon eclipse in Scorpio with the sun in Taurus. It illuminates your house of life and death, second and 8th house. It's also your resources and your shared resources. So an illumination around perhaps your money situation you will have at that time. How much debt you have, what your resources are, what are your, what is it that you have on this side, and what is it that you have on that side, and what do you have to do to make it work for you, or figure out what you're going to do with it. All right. What else? That is, oh, and then of course the sun moves into Gemini, which is your house of the mind. So your mind starts to get more active. After the 20th, that's when the sun, oh, the 21st, the sun moves into Gemini. We do have Jupiter square Pluto, as I said, in the middle of the month. And that doesn't happen very often. It's a first quarter crisis in action square. So we're going to feel the need to take an action. And because Pluto is in Aquarius, it seems to me like there may be some sort of action around finances or resources that happen. So that's what I see. That's what I see happening. So let's look at, we're going to be doing a plant spirit oracle. We're going to pick a card. This is from an oracle deck called the Soulflower Plant Spirit Oracle deck. It's really a beautiful deck. It's beautifully, the art is beautiful, and the information in the book is really great. It's Lisa Estabrook, and I'm doing this for all the signs are getting this poll. So if you're checking your sun, your moon, and your ascendant, you may get one card twice, so that you want to pay attention to that. Although so far, this is my 8th reading, I think, and I haven't had a double yet. So we'll see what we get for Aries. Aries. Campanula, alignment. Campanula. I don't think I have this in my garden. Campanula. Okay. Campanula bells are ringing in the spirit of abundance from the limitless universal source, helping you align your thoughts, words, and actions with your true self, which knows no limitation. Focus on all you have achieved instead of dwelling on all that is yet to do. Be well and be happy. Isn't that the truth? Okay, let's see what else it says here. It says growth is something that the plant world does really well. If the conditions are right and all the plant needs are met, then they will flourish and grow and align with its full expression. The same applies to humans. The only difference that is so much harder to always meet the ideal conditions that make it easier to grow and align with our highest and best selves. Some days are harder than others. Some days things don't go according to plan. Growth is like that. Campanella steps in when you are stumbling and closing up and you feel the storm clouds are gathering. When you are feeling like you're spinning your wheels or overwhelmed by thinking about all the work you have to do, when you are feeling deflated, disappointed, lost, stuck, alone, confused, or powerless, when the news and the global collective feelings of fear and pain threaten to put you over the edge. Setbacks, failures, confusion, and a multitude of other frustrations we may face in daily life threaten to shut us down and prevent our growth. We close our eyes, harden our hearts, and retreat instinctively in an effort to protect ourselves from feeling the pain. Campanula is asking us to open our hearts wider, to feel even more, to move the pain through our bodies so that it can be released back into the earth with all of our tears. If we keep our eyes shut, we can't see where we're going. If we harden our hearts, we will lose our way and be pulled into collective suffering, so that we are rendered powerless to move through it, to release it, to grow. Instead, we are contributing to the suffering. Campanella is ringing her bells, cheering you up, keeping you going. Keep going. Keep going. So this is just a reminder that, there's always a lot of stuff to do. So don't get yourself don't get your panties in a bunch, as they say, because of all the things you have not yet done. Look around at the things that you have accomplished and stop worrying. All right, so I am using the Haindl deck, Haindl Tarot deck I've had for a long time. And we're going to see what is for Aries for this month. What messages do we have for Aries? What messages do we have for Aries? Yes, good shuffle there, Scribble. Dr. Scribbles. I had a little kid who used to call me Dr. Scribbles. And then I had another little kid who used to call me the Back to Crack. Back to Crack. They were so cute. Now they're probably in their 30s. Oh, it was a long time ago. A long time ago. Back in the day. Okay. They were just little kids at the time. So we start with the Emperor. Wow, this was the exact same card that came in with Leo. First card out. This is your card, Aries. The Emperor is your card. It is associated with Mars. It is associated with, they have runes on here. This is Anzus, I think. Anzus, the key that opens every door. What opens every door? Your dominion. The Emperor is about clear seeing. The Emperor is about creating the foundations for your life. The Emperor is about standing in your power. What challenges that? The Father of Swords, the South, the King of Swords. So you can feel like authority is challenging you in some way, or maybe you do have something comes up. I would warn against, getting involved with any kind of like police or something like that. Don't, if you get pulled over, don't argue with the cops, stuff like that. It's not a good idea. The challenge is that the direction that you take and the decisions that you make have to be very careful. You need to make careful decisions, and some of those can be legal decisions. What's underneath it? We have the Father of Wands. This is the King of Wands. Again, another Aries card. So we have the Emperor and the King of Wands, two Aries cards, both of them powerful. Of course, the Emperor is a little bit more powerful because it's a major arcana. Here we go. I think this is Lord Krishna, right? Oh, Brahma. Brahma is the creator. What are you creating? What are you creating? What are you burning in your hearth fires here? What is it? This is about being aligned with your spirit, being aligned with your beliefs, being aligned with the fire that burns within you. All very, very hot cards here, by the way. In the past, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So you've been, you've reached some success. Maybe you got a little money from family or some sort of resource from family. Let's see what's in the sky. We have the 7 of Swords. This is called, in this deck, it's called uselessness. Uselessness. There's a lot of this is not productive. This is guarding against non-productive thought. It's like your thoughts are all over the place and they're battling each other. In the immediate future, we have the 3 of Cups. So this is nice. This is overflowing. This is friendship. This is partying. Well, party, celebration. A really nice card, interestingly enough, with that 7 of Swords in the sky. It may be best to stay close to home this month for you. Let's see how it's seen from the outside. We have a little divine discontent. This is called mixed happiness. Maybe a little bit too much of a good thing. Oops. Domestic situation. Oh, the devil. Yeah, so too much of a good thing. Watch for addictions here. There may be somebody in your home that is suffering with some sort of addiction. You just need to be circumspect your domestic situation isn't just your home, it's where you spend your most time. So there can be somebody who's not quite right because of how they choose to spend their time, if you know what I mean. Hopes and fears is the magician. You always hope for control, don't you? That you can manifest your dreams. And the last card is the universe. This is the ending of one cycle and the beginning of another. So by the end of the month, you're going to have something is going to come to fruition. Something is going to show itself, to manifest itself. And it is probably something you've been working on for a while. So there is a project that perhaps you actually finish in the month of May. And then you get to start something new. So let's see what's underneath. We have the 7 of Cups, illusions of success. The Princess of Wands, this is messages, and the Wheel of Fortune, a change in fortune. So this seems to me like there's confusion, but something comes in to illuminate, to dispel the confusion, and we have a change in fortune. So there's definitely a change and a shift, which sort of goes along with having the universe as the outcome card. There's definitely a sense of something is getting wrapped up this month. Something is getting wrapped up, and then next month you start a new cycle. But all of this, everything up to this point and through this month, is really showing you just how far you've come, and I think it's going to be a productive month. Now, when I did Leo's cards, they said you have to rest, but they didn't say that about Aries. So, all right, have yourself a wonderful month. Like and subscribe if you would. If you would like a reading with me, there's a link below for that. I have 2 readings, an hour reading and an hour and a half reading. If it's your first time with me, I like the hour and a half, so we can sort of take our time with it, because we are covering the astrology, the numerology, and the Kabbalah. If you're not interested in numerology, Kabbalah, and you just want straight astrology, I can do that too. But the combination is pretty unique and intriguing if you're interested in that. If you want to become a patron, you can do that. I have a Patreon page. Not the fanciest yet, but I'm working on it. Trying to put more stuff on that. There are some things that are on Patreon that are not on my YouTube, so you're not seeing all of my work unless you become a patron, which is certainly up to you. But until then, till next month, have yourself a wonderful month, and get those projects done, Aries. I'm going to show my husband this reading this month, I think. All right, you take care, everyone. Have a nice month, and I'll see you again in June. Namaste.